Hey, and welcome to video number 3, which is starting with conversions and then traffic. So in this video, it's all about conversions, and I'm not really going to talk about traffic too much because my whole point here is that a lot of offline companies lack in conversions. And this specific video is kind of going to lay the groundwork for video number 4 and the future videos where we talk about how to find potential responsive companies. Notice that I'm not talking about potential companies, but potential responsive companies. These are the types of companies that already are attempting in some way to use the internet to get leads or convert leads and so forth. They're just not doing it right. And that's where you're going to come in. So a lot of offline companies, like I said, are lacking in the area of online conversions. And I found that a lot of online marketing companies, a lot of online marketers are focused purely on traffic or SEO or ranking the company to the top 10, but they're not as focused on, focused on the website, the optimization of the website, the content on the website, basically using the website as a means to lower support calls and this and that and convert higher. And that's a lot of what I do and what I'm passionate about. And I found that offline businesses just don't have a lot of help in this area. You get a lot of people selling websites, but those websites are just not converting. So I'm going to give you some tips and advice and tricks that I've found over the years that have helped me, close deals with potential responsive companies and how to find these companies and how to help them out. Now, when I talk about conversions, I'm talking about websites, videos, content, and value. What kind of value is the offline business providing to their target customer? If their website is just saying buy, here's product and that's it, and many customers, the first thing they do is they do research, and they research and research, and once they find a company that they like and a company that can help them and solve their problems and this and that, that's the company that they're going to go to most likely. Now, it depends on the industry as well. If the industry is something like, you have to call somebody immediately right away, then somebody might not do as much research in that, and that's something that you might need to look into. But if it's something like, dentist or, subcontracting, window installation, house, stuff like that, then, if you understand the market and the industry, then most of it requires conversions and good conversions. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. Start with the basics. Everybody wants to do SEO. Everybody wants to do traffic. Everybody wants to do leads. But start with the basics because that's where a lot of companies are missing and lacking. And most companies I found are not doing the basics. They get their website up, like I said, and they lack in conversions. They're getting lots of calls, or maybe they're not getting much calls at all. What I found was a lot of businesses, they were getting calls, they just didn't know how to convert the calls, and that's just a whole nother process. That's probably not some area that might be an area you might want to go into, but in terms of online marketing, that might not be an area you want to go. So the whole point of this is, okay, they're getting calls, but they're not converting the calls. Why is that? I found through studies that a lot of calls were coming because somebody saw the website, but the website didn't provide enough information. And because of that, they're calling the place and asking all these questions. But if the website fulfilled those questions and answered those questions, I found that the calls that went through, the quality increased. So instead of, hey, I got a lot of questions about this and that, on the website or through videos or through content and value, those questions were answered. And then instead of this and that, it's like, hey, I want, your product, but, this and that. So the website can be used to bring people closer to a sale and convert them. So let me give you an examples of where companies are lacking. Really basic stuff that you think is basic is not basic to an offline company. Examples of this would be keyword research, like basic keyword research. I'm talking about using Google Insights and finding keywords and using the Google keyword tool to do basic keyword research, just the basic stuff. A website, graphics, logos, branding material that will brand their website. An SEO optimized website. Found most companies, they'll have a website, but it's not optimized for Google or for Yahoo or for Bing. And that can cause a lot of problems. And their content is not SEO optimized. Website copywriting. As you know, you can find a good website copywriter and have them produce content for the company. In fact, I have a project right now where I'm helping a local company write their website copy. I'm writing their website copy, their articles, their optimizing with SEO and stuff like that. And there's a lot of stuff you can do. And I'll tell you, a lot of these companies have gone through companies that their whole goal is just to mass produce websites. In fact, the guy that I'm writing website copy for right now, he paid this other company, a couple $1,000s and realized their content was just trash. So that, he hired me to do it, and I'm making sure that everything is correct and things like that. But, another little thing that I'm saying here is that it's a confirmation with all these big companies coming through and trying to mass produce all these websites and mass produce content, and the content's horrible, that even if that's the case, you can come through as a one-person operation and really, really help a lot of businesses out. Video tips. A lot of companies just don't know how to create a video. Basic videos. Take a bunch of pictures and put them on Animoto. Facebook. A lot of companies are attempting to use Facebook fan pages or Facebook ad groups, but they just don't know where to start. YouTube. I found a lot of people want to do YouTube, but they just don't know how to use YouTube correctly. And they're just little minor tweaks in here and there. Google AdWords. You see people using Google AdWords. They're spending money and investing money into AdWords, but they're just not producing. So, questions to leave you right now. How are offline businesses converting leads? Now, as an online marketer, your goal, you may not necessarily be able to help the company convert, once a customer gets off the website and gets to the, calls a company, but you can do everything you can to help them convert that lead in terms of that lead going on the website, getting all the information that they need, and then converting them there. If you can get the website to help build a relationship and gain trust, you've got yourself a winning website. So from a person walking through their doors and closing the sale, that's just something that they're going to need, but you definitely need to raise that question and analyze, how they're doing it, and maybe give them some pointers there as well. So it may sound too easy, but many online marketers provide services and take things for granted. Too many online marketers are going towards the traffic arena, and that's fine. But many offline businesses are trying to increase their conversions because they do understand conversions are important. But because that's the case, they're failing at it, even though they're attempting at it. And it's now your time and your chance to help these companies improve the way they attempt to get customers. So now we're going to move on to video number 4 and talk about how to find these potential responsive companies that are looking for you.